Good evening. History is unfolding in Rome as the funeral for Pope Francis gets underway. Presidents, prime ministers and royalty converging on St. Peter's Basilica as millions around the world pause to honour the people's Pope. In coming hours, a rare spectacle will unfold. Francis breaking with tradition to be buried outside the Vatican in a more humble resting place for a man who practised what he preached. This is a live shot from Vatican City, where the service will be held over the next 2 hours, and it's just past 10 a.m. in Rome, and tens of thousands have assembled to farewell Francis. Edward Godfrey begins our coverage.
Patient and sombre, they amassed before first light.
You're at the front of the line.
Yes.
What time did you get here?
1 o'clock.
Near the head of the queue, a small group who made the pilgrimage from Cairns for their front row seat to history.
We got the kids up at 4:15 this morning. We've walked for 5Ks. We've been in Crush for 2 hours. We're going to make it in.
When the gates finally opened, it was a dawn sprint, even nuns running to secure a vantage point. They say religion and politics should not mix, but today they are intertwined. World leaders setting the sombre tone, 50 heads of state and 12 monarchs in attendance. An unexpected opportunity for diplomacy and awkward encounters. The Pope's simple wooden coffin was sealed in preparation at a private ceremony at the Vatican, formally ending his lying in state. In the preceding hours, the queues had swelled.
Now we are going to start pushing everybody.
We're getting close now to the cut-off point to see Pope Francis lying in state, and it's as busy as we've seen all week. There's a real sense of urgency here, with thousands and thousands of people hoping to make it through before the line is cut off. In a place where food is almost a religion, pizza boxes served a double purpose, used for shelter from the sun. For some, though, the crammed, hot conditions were all too much. Paramedics kept busy. Others, unaware of all the fuss, taking it in their stride.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao. Ciao.
The demand to see one of the most popular popes in memory surpassing all expectations. Opening hours to view him extended well beyond what was planned. The Basilica only closing for a handful of hours since Wednesday morning. Over 3 days, more than 250,000 people made the pilgrimage.
I can't despair. I feel like crying, you know, because I really admire him. His simplicity. It's very humble.
I thought, oh my goodness, are we even going to get in? And I thought it didn't matter. The fact that I was here in the presence of all these people who came to give their last respects.
At the stroke of 7 p.m, time was up. Elena and Landay among the very last members of the public to see the pontiff.
There's so many people who wanted to see him, you know, before they seal his coffin. So, like I said, crazy that we even got to see him.
In attendance today, some 220 cardinals. The youngest, Ukrainian-born, Melbourne-based Mykola Bechok, hand-selected by Pope Francis at the end of last year.
It was difficult to understand for me personally and to accept this call and this appointment. But as I said, God works in mysterious ways.
Here for the funeral, with a major decision to make when he casts his vote in the conclave.
Not cardinals are electing new pope, but Holy Spirit through cardinals. We are just instruments.
That new leader will emerge in the days to come. But at this hour, the world pauses to say goodbye to the pontiff, who left an indelible mark. At the Vatican, Edward Godfrey, 9 News.
Europe correspondent Edward Godfrey is among the crowds in St. Peter's Square. Edward, what's the mood among those who've turned out?
Well, Peter, it's a mix. It is a sombre tone, of course. This is a funeral, but it's also a celebration. And it was, there was a lot of energy in here as a few minutes ago, but a hush has just fallen across St. Peter's Square as the ceremony or the funeral has got underway. Around us you can see it is absolutely crammed. There are tens of thousands of people here in the square and down Via della Conciliazione. They've been coming through over the last few hours, as we saw in that package. They began lining up very early, not long after midnight, and when the gates finally opened, there was that run, that charge down here to try and get a good vantage point. We've got groups around us from all over the world, groups from Portugal, Spain, Poland, the United Kingdom just near us, and the United States as well. And I've met a lovely couple of people here, Roxana and Edward. Just tell us how special it is for you to be here today.
It's very special. We were coming primarily for the canonization of Carla Cutis, but given the circumstances and the news on Monday, we decided still to come. This is historical. Being here, we just arrived an hour ago, so that makes it more special. So yeah.
You made it just in time.
Yeah, no,
done well.
Yeah, no, just in time. Yeah, no, we left our bags at the hotel and then made our way over here, getting through all the street closures and whatnot, trying to figure our way to try to get as close as we could to be able to witness this historic moment.
It is a historic moment, and we hope you enjoy being here for that. Thank you. We've got a spectacular day here, Peter. The sun is clear. I'm not sure if Pope Francis has had a part to do with that, but look, a somber tone. It is a funeral, but also a celebration for a man who many agree was a great man.
Thank you, Edward Godfrey in Rome, for that report.